who really put us on. But
I shared it, and he's like, "Hey, bro,
yeah,
please take it out." I didn't even know they was.
I remember.
I thought he was laughing. You know, it's all good. It's all good.
But anyway, yeah. So and I got hooked. I got hooked from day one, and just you know, I think what really helped and what helped me get good fast was one. It was a small gym in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I would hang out and sit at the sidelines and watch the advanced class, because at the time it was like you had to be 3 stripes and up to jump into the advanced class. And I think like once I started getting my 2nd stripe, you started seeing like
why do you think
train.
it's important to have to wait before getting into the advanced class?
Because in the advanced class, I think one, obviously you're learning more advanced techniques, and 2, you're doing a lot more rolling. And you're not really learning much when you're rolling. You're really learning drilling, specific training, really specific training and positional sparring is really where you're learning the most. And I think when you're rolling, it's really because you've already built a good fundamental foundation, and it's specific techniques that you're now working really like on lower belt, so you can start working these techniques that you've been learning and then working your way up to hitting on blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, and so on and so forth. And I think if you're jumping into an advanced class too soon, you know, one, you're completely lost, and 2, you're not really learning anything. It's because you have to put yourself in these fundamental positions first to build a foundation for that.
Do you think it's important to earn, like basically, were you waiting on the sideline and watching the advanced class? Do you think it's important to earn it and to have that want, to create that want in somebody?
I definitely agree. Yeah, 100%. Because then, if you just jump into the advanced class, there was never something to look forward to. Just like if you just like, oh, you can do fundamentals and you can do advanced, it kind of becomes repetitive after a while, and but if you're doing fundamentals and then you know, after class is over, you're watching now the purple belts jump in and the brown belts, and you're like, oh man, I want to be in there with them. And you're seeing these techniques that's like, you're not really quite understanding too much of it, but you're seeing it as like, oh, this is cool. And you started putting piece it together. So by the time you get your 3rd stripe, you're like, cool, now I'm in here and I'm ready to go. So I do think it's definitely important to build up to that, because it gives you something to work towards and then jump into it. And again, like I said, also you're rolling a lot more in an advanced class. And I think I know people love to roll, but if you're really trying to learn and if you're really trying to improve, you really got specific training a lot, positional training a lot, and so you can understand these fundamental positions. Because when you're rolling, you're really not learning too much. You're just rolling.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Figure it out in those specific positions, right?
Yeah.
Master those positions, one little position at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why it's like even people who are in advanced classes, sometimes they're very good and they're not used to being in bad positions, and then they get in a tournament and they come across someone who's a little bit better and they get put in a bad position, and they're like, oh, I haven't worked how to do a lot of back escapes from here now, or I haven't worked, you know, how to escape this mount position, and then they get finished, and then everybody's like, whoa, this is the person that's always, you know, so.
Submissions from the guard, right?
So I think that's why it's important, I think, for everyone to constantly putting themselves in bad positions and being okay to tap in the training room, because that's what it's for. That's what it's for.